What's up folks, Justin Phillip here, and we are finally at the end of our little 4:1 lighting ratio cinematography lighting test when shooting with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. There's a lot of good stuff in here, guys, showing you how I use the false color, the Cinemeter 2 app with the little Luxy for All lighting dome attachment for your cell phone, the Spot Meter app with the gray card, just all kinds of stuff. Now, hopefully you're seeing the differences between this series and the last series. The last series was a 2:1 lighting ratio, more of a flat. That's only a one-stop difference between the key light and the fill light, whereas this is a 4:1 lighting ratio, which is a full two-stop difference between the key light and the fill light. Now with both of these, it is the same location. However, you'll notice we changed the camera placement. For instance, with the 2:1, I did straight on camera, because that kind of matches the ratio. A lighting ratio of that nature is very almost flat lighting. 2:1 is pretty flat. You might see that in daytime, episodic, that kind of stuff. But for the 4:1, that's a two-stop difference. Now we're using a lot of the same lighting. Both of these we were building off of the natural sunlight that was coming in through the big window there. Both of them we were using that same sunlight as our key light. However, with the 4:1, it was stronger because we did it earlier in the morning. So there was more light pumping through that window. But you'll notice also in the 4:1, which is this one, I changed the camera placement. I put it on the shadow side or the fill side. So yeah, I hope you guys are seeing the differences. And in this one, again, at the end of the tutorial, you'll see what the Blackmagic was actually capturing. And I turn on, each lighting source or pull back the blinds for the case of the daylight. So you'll get to see it step by step, each source being put onto the subject. And then you'll finally see it with the little primary color grade that I put on there. Now, if you're interested in knowing how I do a primary color grade, it isn't like full-on amazing color grading. I'm not a professional color gradist, but I do usually do my own, what they call a primary color grade, before I apply a LUT, if I even use any. With this, at the end here, you'll see there is no LUT applied. I was using the Tom Antos Pocket 4K LUT to monitor, but I didn't end up putting it on. I just did the primary color grade and left it as is. So enjoy this little last video of our 4:1 lighting tutorial, and lots of good stuff coming on this channel, so stay tuned, guys. Big shout out and thank you to all of my subscribers. I love the comments, I love the feedback. I'm getting ideas for videos daily, and that's all because of you guys, so thank you. And as always, enjoy, and we'll catch you next time. Okay, so here we are, folks. We're back in it now. Now, you'll see, I don't know if you'll see what I've done. I've positioned my Kino 4 bank above and up high, kind of right behind the GH5 there, to come down and just hit the side that was a little under, okay? So now, if you'll notice here on the camera, I'm turning on the false color. Now we have a little bit nice, almost a perfect two-phase split. And we got just a little bit more light in this camera eye here, if you'll notice. I'll walk the camera in a second. But one thing I want to show you, so I have the Kino behind the camera here. All 4 bulbs are on. So that puppy is full blast, but it's a little bit far back. And you'll notice here on the camera side, I'm still getting an f4. And on the natural side, let me see, 4. And we're losing just a tad here. Oh, there we go. So I'm still getting an 8 here. Might open these blinds just a tad. The sun is moving rapidly, and it went down a little bit, so I'm going to open the blinds up more to bring this back up to an 8. And nope. Still losing it. Let me see. There we go. See if that helped any. There we go. Now I still have an 8 on this side. The sun is rapidly moving, so I had to move the curtains open a little bit, and now I'm getting an f4 on this side. So I'm gonna go off camera here and show you guys what we're working with. Okay, so here we go. Now you'll see there's my 4 bank back there. It's up high and above, shining down on our gal. And you'll see here now, Now she has more of almost a perfect split there. You see she just has a little bit more eye light. Now you'll see that there. You can see it better on the Shinobi. See that image there? Almost a nice split I like. And I did turn up the brightness on the lampshade just a little bit, just to give it some different, some other lights going on. You know, otherwise we have this big dead space. And there you'll see with the false color, just a little bit more light difference on that shade. Okay? And again, the zebras are on set to 95, so I know I'm not clipping anywhere. I always just like to have the zebras set to 95, so I always see blowouts. And I still have my big, huge gold reflector here, just kicking it back. And I did angle the blinds a little bit to maintain that f8. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh yeah, and here I'll show you guys a view of the Cinemeter app here. So you see here on this side, whoops, there we are. We're getting a f8 there, and then over here on the camera side, can you see it? Right there, we're getting an f4. f4 and 2/3, okay? So that's generally what I like to do, is have my fill light to be 2 full stops under. That's generally what I like to do, is have my fill light 2 full stops under my key light. And then I always like to put my camera on the fill side, so we can see more of the shadow side, and let the key light side do its side. And there we have a nice little angle of our gal here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut off all the lights, and we're gonna start from scratch with just the ambient light, and we can watch as we build this thing. And I'm gonna do it in camera as well. So the first step is get that out of here and turn this off. Now literally we're gonna watch this thing create what we got going on. I'm gonna close all these blinds. Okay, this is the world we walked in, okay? So I'm gonna hit record on my Blackmagic camera here. It's 180-degree shutter, 23.98 frames per second. ISO 400, the native ISO, white balance 4700 Kelvin with a 19 tint. I showed you guys how I got that. Okay, so now we're gonna build it up. Opening the windows. Right there. Let me just recheck that, make sure that's an 8 coming in. It's all about the angle of the blinds to get that f8, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now we have that, rolling on that. Now I'm gonna add my background light here. Just a little LED light pumping out of this. And some people would question, why is that lamp on in the daytime? But really, it's not like it's a super bright light. It's just a little bit of extra color in our background. Okay, like I said before, it literally just looks like the light that's bouncing off of the shade. Okay, and now I'm going to add in my fill light right there, just a little bit of fill on her. And then I'm gonna add this gold thing here to give her just a little bit of what we're looking for here. And fly that out for a minute there, and then fly in here. And just a little bit there. See that? It's out, and then just a little bit more right on our girl. Right there. And there we have it. And there it looks to me like a pretty interesting contrasty type scene. And working with just building off of the natural light coming out of the window that we just cannot control. Okay guys, there you go. That's gonna do it for our little series here. So now you've seen 2 different ways that you can light building off of a natural ambient light. You know, this way is a little bit more dramatic. The other one was more of, I guess, of an episodic look and this is more contrasty. So you have the two different ways to compare of what you think, and yeah, other than that, that's going to be it for now. As always, thanks for watching. Sincere thank you to all of my loyal subscribers. You guys rock. Keep the questions and comments coming in. Give me some more ideas of stuff you guys would like to see. And for now, that's a wrap.